Welcome back, first years. Now today we are going to start the different grammatical item which we have completed previously was related to your present tense. All the categories of present tense, and we have got a practice into that, all the 4 tenses related to the present tense. Now we have to start the past tense. Here in the past tense, we'll first go with the past simple past, okay, past simple tense, or you can say simple past, both the similar ones. Then next is the past continuous. So first we will go for the simple past. Simple past is completion of an action in the past, completion of any action in the past. It's very simple to understand, so you can go for that. Example, my brother completed degree last year. Okay, last year is the complete total past. So now the person is saying that my brother completed degree last year. Last year means the total past. So here it has got one addition of ed to change the verb from complete to completed, to make us realize that this is the total past, simple past, okay, past tense. Now next is, sometimes some actions get repeated in the past. So that repeated actions can also be described in the simple past. Like we went to school every day. You must have heard about your elders or your parents to grandparents, whoever maybe you would have the ones, they would say you that in our times, like, okay, in the past, in our times we went to school every day. This is the total past, complete past tense, that is simple past. When they went to school every day doesn't mean today. They were saying that once during their times they went to, or we went to school every day. Okay, so this is also the repeated action, because every day they were going. So that repeated action also can count into the simple past. First is this one, like completion of an action in the past or repeated action in the past, both can come under the simple past. Past simple or simple past are similar, so don't get confused. Next here is the, okay, for this we'll go ahead once I like to explain you this one, the verbs, how they get changed into simple past. Like here, write in the simple present can change into wrote in simple past. Okay, write become wrote. If you remember, in the previous class we have discussed about present perfect tense. Okay, in the present perfect, the write has changed to written. Now in the simple past it changed to wrote. Speak, spoken, spoke. Okay, it is the spoke. Catch, caught, caught. Both are same. That's why I selected the verbs which can get different verbs, and you can say like in this speak can get changed into spoken and spoke, but catch can have only 2 changes. One change is caught, and that same could continue in the past tense. Caught, caught. See, seen, saw. Here it is saw. Seen in the perfect tense. Now next here is go. Go, if you remember, we have written as gone. Go, gone, and went in the past. Do, done, did. Fall, fallen, fell. Take, taken, took. So according to the change, tenses get changed, the verb can also get changed. And in the first class when I was explaining about the tenses, I said you that tense is the time, and the time can be decided by the verbs. And the verbs, if the verbs are changing, we can easily recognize that this belongs to so and so tense, and you can get an idea that this sentence is already in so and so tense. it was actually, if you get a good practice of that, it will be easier for you to understand all the tenses. So now here in the simple past, this one. Now next is past continuous. If you remember, for the present continuous also I said we add the gerund. What is the meaning of gerund? ing. So that means we add the ing to the main verb. And here, as we have used the helping verbs in the present continuous, we have to use the helping verbs in the past continuous, or you can say the be forms, but which are related to the past tense. Like for the present continuous we use am, is, are. Now for the past continuous we have to use was, were. Was and were to be used for the past continuous tense, and plus what we have to do? Plus gerund to be added to the main verb. This is the helping verb and we are adding gerund to the main verb. For example, it refers to a, first we'll get the definition. It refers to a past event that was in progress at a given point of time. It refers to a past event. A past event that was in progress at a given point of time. That means when it was continuous at that time, at a particular time in the past, when we have mentioned these sentences, this work being done. So that we have to understand in the past continuous. Just get into your mind. If suppose I would ask you, what were you doing yesterday? What were you doing? That means in the what were you doing yesterday at 5 p.m. Okay. So at a particular point of time, 5 p.m. the event that was in progress at a given point. The action was in progress. What were you doing? I'm not talking what are you doing. I'm asking you what were you doing yesterday at 5 p.m. So at a given point of time, what action was in progress? What action was in continuation? I was asking this. That question comes under your past continuous. Now the first will get your answer. You were doing homework at 6 p.m. yesterday. Okay, so you can give the answer. I was doing homework at 6 p.m. yesterday. Either you were or I was, according to the requirement, first person or second person. Doing, do would be as it is. The main verb here is not changing. Only we are adding one helping verb. Main verb do would be as it is plus ing. We are not taking did. Did, even though did is the past tense, but we are not taking did. We are taking the simple present plus ing to show the progress or to show the continuation. You were doing homework at 6 p.m. When? Yesterday. This is past continuous. Now next is I was making tea when she came. Like this is normal questions we ask to each other. Just now as I said, like what were you doing? I could have asked like when she came. When she came. So the answer could be I was making tea when she came. What were you doing when she came? I was making tea when she came. Here again see that this is the helping verb was. We have added this to show the continuity of the action. Then making. Making, make is the simple verb and we are adding ing to show the continuity. I was making tea when she came. already came, that is the past tense. Came is the past tense. Come and came is the past tense. Now next is, what was Anita doing when her mother returned home? At a given point of time. What is the given point of time? Mother returned home. What the past event was in progress? What was Anita doing? Was is the helping verb. Do plus ing is the continuous tense, and because of this past continuous, we understood that this is the, and we have to add here the verb which is in the past tense to make sure that this sentence show us the total past tense, that to the event that had happened or that was happening in the past, especially past continuous tense. Like, I saw an accident when I was crossing the road. When I was crossing. Okay, when I saw the accident, when I was crossing the road. That is a particular event which was in progress, in continuation at the time of the event. Event was the accident. The accident was happened and I was crossing the road at that time. Okay, so that shows that we have to understand in the past also continuous tense would be there. When you start talking or when you inquiring about something, you would have to give that what was your action or what was your the involvement into the work at the particular point, at the particular point of time, or you can say in the past. Fine. So this is the past continuous. We'll get the practice also in the next class. But here let me give you a tip for you, or you can say that this is the one of the rule which normally many people don't remember while they use language. No two past tense of verbs to be used in a sentence. In a single sentence, we could never use two past tenses at a time. Like, I didn't saw. When you are using didn't, past tense of do is did, right? When you are using did not, it is a contracted form. So normally when we speak, we don't use did not, we use didn't. So I didn't saw. Saw is wrong over here. Instead of saw, we have to use see. I didn't see. Main verb here to be changed into simple present. When you are talking about simple past, you should never get two past tenses in a single sentence. Like here, if you are using auxiliary or helping verb in a past tense, so the main verb should be in a present tense, simple present. What did he discovered? Because many of Indians have a habit of thinking like, when we are using past tense, every word to be in past tense. We have to use every word to be in past tense. That is not correct actually. Here, what did already is the past tense. Now here, instead of writing discovered, we have to use only discover. Ed to be cut off. Okay. What did he discover? The same meaning. But if you use discovered, it shows our ignorance. It shows our like a part of illiteracy, that we don't know how to use the terms in the language or how to use the tenses in the language. He didn't found. Never use, again as I said here, same to be cut off and here to be written as find. He didn't find. Next is, how did you went there? Went is the past tense. And again you are using did here. So when you are using here, you have to write down go instead of went. How did you go there? So no two past tenses in one sentence. Always remember this, and this I have found it very common among the people. If somebody said you that, have you found the paper, or have you found the pen or something? I didn't found, never. I didn't find. I haven't get that. I didn't got. Yeah, many people would say I didn't got. Never. I didn't get. Have you got what I am explaining? I didn't get. Yeah, I got. When you are saying I understood, so you would have to say I got. Okay. But I, when you are using one more auxiliary into that and a helping verb like didn't, so there you have to be careful about using that. You never say I didn't got. It should be I didn't get. I didn't see. I didn't find. Not only in negative, in positive also. Like this I have given you, these two. Okay, where sometimes it is being said that only few people had a feeling like only during the negative sentences we should not use the two past tenses, but in the positive also never ever use two past tenses. Just remember it out, forget about negative and positive. No two past tenses could be used in a single sentence. That to be remember and write down in your books, so you can remember it for a lifetime. And when next time when you are getting an urge to use two past tenses, immediately remember that this is a wrong thing. I should not use the two past tenses. So maybe you will get improvement into your language, and definitely if once and twice you stop yourself from misusing the language, so hope so you can get better, and improvement in your language can be seen by the other people as well, and even you can get more confident. So here is that, take care of this special rule. I have given it to you. The other things I hope you have understood well. In the next class we will go ahead with the continuation of the practice of these two, simple past and past continuous. Then we will move further for the explanation of the other categories of the past tense. So by the time, take care and have a nice day.